Greetings to all of you that are here. This occasion represent representing of the African Union Commission, Mr. Ajo Idran. I also salute all the people here present, leaders of the Pan-African movement across the world. First of all, I wish to express our joy and satisfaction while we are here in the company of Africa and its diaspora on the occasion of this wonderful Congress. I want to thank Togo, who is welcoming us here on its land so that we together will embrace different topics that affect Africa and its diaspora. The government of Colombia, through our President Gustavo Petro, the first government, the first progressist government of the history of our country, is very honored to be here with you. Allow me to indicate that for about 4 years we have been working to reconnect our country with Africa and its diaspora. We were in South Africa, in Kenya, in Mozambique, in Nigeria, in Ghana, and today we're in Togo for this Congress, this Pan-African Congress. We will also go to, as part of this trip, we will go to Senegal and Ghana. Colombia is a country of beauty, and it is the third country, the country that hosts the third greatest community of Afro-descendants after the USA and Brazil. Our ancestors were pulled out of Africa, but today, thanks to Pan-African fight, I'm here back to Africa as the first woman vice president of the Republic of Colombia. I'm coming back on this continent with the memory of my ancestors who are free today. Today, we have the political power in our hands in order to transform many years of injustice, of inequality, racial inequality, years of oppression and exclusion. We are going to work together during these years tirelessly to reconnect Colombia, Latin America, and the Caribbean with our mother continent, the land of my ancestors of Africa. We have challenges. They are world-level challenges, world crises that affect beyond proportion those who have been victims of colonialism, the slavery system, of racism, systematic and structural racism, challenges in terms of eradication of poverty, of hunger, and historical injustices that continue to deprive us of our human condition, Africa and its descendants. We share challenges in terms of climate change that are rooted in colonialism, slavery, racism, and patriarchy that are the fundamental basis of a killer policy that endanger lives on earth, life that is being quenched here in our common house. These shared challenges of climate change is, however, felt by we that are suffering major losses, we Africans and people of African descent and people that are the indigenes of America. Besides, we share a great opportunity, a united Africa. Africa counts more than 50 countries, and Latin America has more than 33 countries. And we count for more than 2 billion people that have the same history. Here we are to join hands together to build a future for Pan-Africanism. And these involve the United Nations, and we represent within this institution 24% of the world population. Unfortunately, our leaders have not fully understood that South-South cooperation is a major hallmark on our way, and that needs to be reinforced. Coming from Colombia all the way to Togo, to go to any other African country from Colombia requires more than 50 hours of traveling. Meanwhile, colonialism can go through direct routes to concentrate wealth in their hands, but today I need more than 50 hours. I was able to come with a government flight, so with a direct flight, only 12 hours were necessary. So it is paramount that we connect our people and reduce distances that separate us. It is unbelievable that we will not have more direct combinations and links among our countries. I am here supported by a delegation of business owners who are women of African descent, and when we invited them to join our delegation to follow us here in Africa, they told me that after having received the call, they could not sleep anymore because they were so excited knowing that they can visit their motherland. I also felt that joy anytime that I step on the African soil. I feel honored. I feel that our families whose links were broken by colonialism and slavery, that is the major job of Pan-Africanism. Historical reparation has to go through the reconnection of families that have been torn apart, meaning that the African continent and the diaspora of African descent. And this reconnection goes to the understanding that between Latin America, Caribbean, and Africa, we are the keepers of the lungs that give life to the whole world, the Congo and the Amazonia. It is therefore important to acknowledge that on our soils, we have the required tools to put an end to hunger that is claiming millions of lives of children and adults across the world. We have the richest and the more fertile lands across the world. It's a huge opportunity, and Pan-Africanism must get hold of that opportunity. Our speeches year after year are not enough anymore. Our youth are looking up to us to move from words to action, that we open widely the doors for exchanges between our universities, that knowledge will be made available to everyone in a shared manner, that we will continue building roads of dignity for our people. Reparation, the historical reparation, demand on us to continue working tirelessly to put an end to racism, which in the case of Colombia has made Afro-descendants to feel that they have no roots, they have no origin, that they should be afraid, they should be ashamed of their African heritage. But I can say today that I am a woman of African descent, and we're going to work together to restore our dignity. I can tell you, I can proudly tell you that the people will never give up. Thank you very much. The government of Colombia is committed to emancipate our people. The government of Colombia is committed to defend peace, social justice, and dignity of all people, and particularly the people of African descent. That's why we have supported within the United Nations a series of efforts so that the UN system would formally understand and know African descent as such. We're going to work together for the acknowledgement of women and young ladies of African descent in order to support life, but also to preserve our identity, our cultural identity. We will continue working so that Africa, Latin America, and the Caribbeans will be united and speak with the same voice. And we are working to organize in March next year a forum, a high-level forum between Latin America, the Caribbean, and Africa. That job is led by Colombia as a country in chairing the community of Caribbean and Latin American countries, and we are going to put our efforts so that this major meeting of March next year will be a historical gathering. Thank you very much for welcoming us here. We will continue working until dignity become a reality for all. Thank you, Madam Marcia Elena. Thank you, Vice President.